Welcome to Above Average Agents, where we spill the real estate tea and give our take on the market and being better than average. I'm Tiana,
I'm Megan.
I'm Katie.
and today we are going to talk about AI. Meg,
Yes.
take us away.
AI, an exciting topic. We were just saying we maybe don't know it the best. Like we are not experts by any means, don't claim to be. But over a couple months, I have learned some sort of elementary tips and tricks that I find to be really beneficial for my business. So I thought it would be neat to each discuss how we're using AI to help speed up some systems and make us more efficient. Um, so one of the ways that I use it that's like so simple and idiot proof, it's really great for telling the age of appliances in a home. So if you're ever in a property and you don't know the age of the AC, the hot water heater, the dishwasher, the microwave, the refrigerator, it's very smart. It knows the serial number with the brand. And sometimes it'll even tell you, like, this might not be exact, but it's most likely December 2013 based on this product and these codes. So it can give you a really good generalized idea. And for the most part, it's spot on. I've been monitoring it against inspections and what an inspector says versus AI. And it's like a great baseline and a tool to use for that. Another thing that I love is its capability to clean up spreadsheets and convert things into spreadsheets.
Mm.
So just recently, I purchased a list of some homes on my farm. I took off the do not call, don't yell at me. But it was able to scrub it for any numbers that looked like they weren't valid, like had repeating digits, like 11111. And then it had any emails that weren't valid. So if it didn't have like at Yahoo, at AOL, etc., I was able to say like any emails that don't look valid, any phone numbers that don't look valid, and any duplicates that are on the list, please remove. And it did an excellent job. And I was able to clean that up in 2 minutes.
Mm.
Beforehand, that would take me hours, days. I wouldn't even do the project. So that was a great use. And I also was telling you girls about when you reverse prospect, I was able to take a list of people that was on the MLS and it wasn't able to be exported. And I did a PDF of it. And like I went to print it and did a PDF of my screen. And then ChatGPT was able to convert that into a CSV. So then I could upload it into my CRM. So then I could email those agents from my work email as opposed to just the reverse prospecting tool on the MLS for a better open rate.
I
So
am obsessed with that. I need to do that next week, like starting next week for sure. Like that is just a no-brainer because a lot of agents, including myself, don't open the ones from the reverse prospecting in the MLS.
I feel like you at some point you turn that off because I never receive them myself. And so that's one of my systems. Every Monday I do my reverse prospecting and I'm always doing it on the MLS week after week. And I've never gotten one myself. So I'm like, I don't think it works. And I heard somewhere else from, another agent, if you put those agents in your CRM or in whatever, constant contact, MailChimp, whatever you use, you get a 85% open rate that you can track. So then they're getting it. So I found that to be really successful.
Well, and then as you start tagging all these agents that are going into your database, and then you have a new listing coming up or coming soon or whatever, like something that's going to hit the market today, you can always market to these agents as soon as it comes on the market if they're not in your brokerage, but you can have them be like the first to know.
Yeah, exactly. Such a good point. How are you using AI in your business, Tiana?
For me, I'm still pretty elementary. I'm going to different classes and things to learn, but it's all so overwhelming. But I use it for the content creation, for, converting different files into different things. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I just heard about Perplexity. Um, or I just downloaded it. I've heard about it before, but I just downloaded it. And there's also a new website called there's an AI for that. And so if you have like any specific thing that AI could help you with, then you just like type it in there and it'll give you the AI that is best for that task or that thing.
Oh,
So I've just started using that because I feel like ChatGPT, you can now tell a mile away if someone's used ChatGPT for a script, for a caption, for anything. It's like, or even an MLS description. It's just like so obvious now.
And I use chat all the time and it knows me now, so it completely fluffs me even when I tell it not to. And it completely is like, Katie, you're the best about every single thing. And then it's
Hmm.
giving me false data points and it's skewing all of my results. So Perplexity is really good for research based stuff. So like
Right.
when you're working on a project and you need to like be pulling like news and market data, it's really, really helpful there because it works it all better than chat. Chat is a little too user friendly. It knows me too much. So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Like recently I've used chat to like read an article and give me 5 bullet points about like what the article is about. And then after it gives me that, then I tell it to give me 2 sentences for a reel. So I've done that and that's helpful because then I don't really have to think too much about the reel that I'm gonna make if it's based on like a specific article or something. So like that's really helped me. But
Yeah. I like
um
chat for local guides too because since it is like kind of basic tour guidey vibes and it's very clear and concise, it actually works in that favor. Like this morning, one of my clients wanted yesterday I did like an Instagram post about boat neighborhoods in Jupiter. And she responded to that thinking I was talking about like the boat clubs where you can like do rentals. But I was like, oh no, but I'll send you that. And I just used chat to literally take me 5 minutes to make a little PDF based on all the boat marinas where you can have a membership. And I sent it to her and it was almost perfect straight out of chat, even though to me it looked like chat, it sounded like chat. But for something like a basic local kind of tour guide thing, it sounds good.
mhm.
So
that's a great.
Yesterday, I saw this training, or I was in this mastermind about AI, and someone had used chat to, um, like, you know how our clients will send us links, like, here's a Zillow link I want to see, or Realtor.com link of a property I want to see. So somebody had sent him a few. So he took a screenshot of all the links, put it into chat, and said, "I'm going to be leaving from this place. Give me the best route.
yeah.
Also, give me the agent's name and phone number."
Oh, that's
That's on the listing so that he could like quickly set up the showing and give me a map. So Meg, you have tours from Compass that already gives you the map, but now Katie and I can cheat and just ask chat for the route map
yeah, yeah,
and also provide it to the client as well.
100%. Another thing
That's
I'm using with chat for is I'm using AI to optimize all my profiles and bios to be AI keyword rich. So now, especially
Mhm.
since like Instagram posts too. So if keywords are the new hashtag on Instagram, then I want to make sure that all of my captions are keyword rich for Jupiter, Florida, for real estate, for houses, for property tours, whatever. So I try to throw all those in there. So I'll take my caption and I'll tell AI to keep it, in my tone and my personality, but make it keyword rich. And the same thing with all of my online profiles, because if everyone's using AI search now, then AI search is going to need to hear who the best realtor in Jupiter is. So if I kind of put that into my bio, it will populate more.
So, question, is that the new thing? Like, is your prompt make this keyword rich?
Mm-hmm.
Because I had been asking it to make it SEO
So I
optimized.
say make this SEO optimized for Google and keyword rich for AI searches. So I do both because I don't really
Hmm.
know. So I'm just trying to
Okay.
cover all bases.
Yeah,
So
that's really, really interesting. I've done that. I changed my bio on my website, my bio on my Google, a few things, and I was using the term SEO optimized. And I do that on my listing descriptions, make this SEO optimized so I show up in Zillow and Google searches for condos for sale in Pompano Beach, etc., depending on the listing. But I'll have to use that keyword rich. That's a good trick. I didn't know that.
I just heard yesterday that Claude, and I haven't used Claude,
That's the
but
Google one, right?
I think I don't know. But Claude now connects to like your Google email, to your Google Drive, to
probably
like
is
all
it.
these things so that you can have it create tasks for you. So like if
Nice.
you're like, go into my email and email my mom and send her this thing that's in my Google Drive, it can do that, which is
I wonder if I
wild.
can clean up all my junk email.
Yeah, or you could use that for transactions, right? You
Yeah.
could be like, hey, send in 15 days this email about setting up electric and water to this customer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very
Or you
neat.
could do that in your CRM, but
Yeah.
or Claude could do that.
We don't know realtors don't actually use their CRM.
I do.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't. So
I don't either. I mean, my assistant
That's great.
does, but
the cell phone now allowing me to send text messages in the future is like the best thing ever. That
Yeah.
is
Oh,
my
yeah.
CRM. I am just like, next Monday, check in with this person, and I set that out for like my follow up on half my clients that I know are
Awesome.
text savvy that communicate that way because it's just
Or it's
idiot.
like at 10 o'clock at night when I'm thinking of stuff. It's like, here's the stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
Yeah.
necessarily need AI to do that, but I can be like, hey, how should I say this?
Yeah.
That's
It's
a very
crazy.
cool tool about Perplexity. I'll have to use that. AI is challenging, like we were saying, with keyword rich versus SEO. The prompts have to be very particular. I'm going to use your new tool, Tiana. There's an AI for that. I was trying to make a logo and I could not get a prompt that would tell ChatGPT to make me an image. And I know how to use ChatGPT for other things. Like I can design a room and make it give me an image of furniture and furniture placement. And so I'm like, why is it not spitting out this logo? But I'm sure there's an AI specific logo generator that I wasn't aware of. So
Yeah.
Smart.
There's a few others. So when I went to Forward a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't even know what day it is now. They were talking about AI there, of course, because everyone is talking about AI. And they had a few sites that I was like, okay, interesting. So they thought Claude was better than ChatGPT for scripts and things like that. It was a little less generic because ChatGPT can be super generic.
Mhm.
Um, there was also one called Buzz About, and I tried that one. It was a little less intuitive for me, and I feel like I'm pretty tech savvy-ish, but it was kind of hard to figure out. But this essentially what it does is it takes all the websites, so it takes all social media sites, Reddit, Google, whatever, and if you have like a specific topic like real estate or you want to talk about, I don't know, Delray Beach or whatever, it'll give you all the things that people are talking about on Delray and like rank it in terms of what the most people are talking about so that you can start making posts about that.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Very
It was
cool.
very cool. Like I was like, wow. It was a little hard for me to figure out though. They talked about there's an AI for that. And then InVideo.io was for editing videos. I haven't tried that yet.
Oh, that'll be a fun one to try, see how it works.
Yeah. And then Post Nitro was something for posting automatically, but there's a million, I feel like, of those automatic posting ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you finding to be the most successful? You both use AI a lot to create content. What sort of prompts are you using and how did you come up with them?
So I talk to chat. Like I even whatever platform I'm using, I use the voice because I'll put in all the information I want in a. I think I'm okay at writing prompts, but then when I like critique it, those are the prompts that are a lot clearer, I think, because I'll be just telling it in normal, like in my tone, I'm explaining it, so they're getting to know my tone better too, so it's easier for them to translate that on paper. Because you have to make it specific to you, or it's so generic no matter what way you do it, and it's never going to come out right because AI is so advanced that it taking all the information it is, it's got to make it generic to make it to give you the answer. So unless you're very specific, it will be very generic. So I use
Mhm.
talk.
Yeah. Actually, interesting that you said that you speak to it. So Cody Sanchez, do you guys know Cody
I love her.
Sanchez?
Amazing.
She was a speaker at the same event, and she was talking about how she thinks keyboards are going to go away in the future, just like cursive has gone away.
Yeah.
And she uses a tool or an AI tool on her phone called, and it's also on the desktop. It's called Whisper.ai
Yeah,
or
I've heard of that.
.io.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that's the only thing she uses. So on her computer, when she's doing something else, she's writing an email with her words. Like, so she's like sending an email to blah, 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 and she's using her words. Same thing on her phone. She said it's better than chat's voice to text because it captures words better.
Okay.
So she used that a lot. So everything was word based versus typing.
That's very cool. I use just the dictate button, like Siri on my phone and Siri on my MacBook to type my emails and my texts. But we all know Siri's not perfect. She makes a lot of weird mistakes and typos.
Yeah.
So that'll be a neat tool to really
Well,
help.
it's interesting because, like, even us, right? Like in our group chat, we're always voice memoing because it's just so much easier.
Yes. And
So
we're
much
always on the
easier.
good. Yeah.
My husband thinks I'm so annoying for my voice chats. I'm like,
Mine too. He's always like, "What are they bitching about again?"
It's a girl thing
Hey.
and a realtor thing. My husband doesn't get it at all. And even some of my friends are like,
I think it's a girl thing.
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely know people not in real estate that do it, but it's a lot of people do it. It's efficient.
One of my clients only does it, even for like the shortest messages. And I'm like, I love it. It's fine.
I wish my clients would use it.
Oh my God. It's great.
I know. I wish too.
It was
So
like,
much
oh,
easier.
you don't have to time our phone calls, but at least you're hearing my voice and I'm
Right?
explaining it to you in my tone.
And everything I do with
Exactly.
my assistant, because then she can save them and then she can just go back and like, because it's like me explaining it. So I'll be like, open this platform, go to the top right, you can see this. And it's just things that you can't like keep looking back and forth at text. But if she has it right in front of her, it's a lot clearer. So.
Yeah, and you don't have time to make a scribe on the go.
Right.
That's, you know.
Right.
Great AI tool, by the way.
Actually, guys, speaking of AI and Scribe, Loom, if you have Loom, Loom now makes the same thing as Scribe. So if you're doing a training session in a Loom, it will then transcribe it and do the photos of it. It will do like that Scribe AI tool. It will give you a PDF of all the photos of everything you took and a transcript.
Wow.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Loom is a wonderful tool.
So much.
Freaking love it.
100%.
Freaking love it. So we could go on and on forever about AI, but we can't. So thanks for coming and stay above average.
Yep.